Well, hello everybody. Hello, happy campers. Hello, pelican heads. Happy travelers around the world. Like I say in the podcast, sometimes for some reason, my head is too big. And by the way, greetings from the great land of Canada. Coming to you today from Vancouver. And yeah, we crossed the border about an hour ago. It was uneventful. That took about 10, 15 minutes. Of course, when you say you're a YouTuber, that kind of, it flips certain switches in their head and they ask you more questions. Uh, if I said I was perhaps a banker, they wouldn't ask any more questions. But yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for being here, everybody. Hello, Ted Warg. Hello, Lucky Dog Productions moderator Sue. And I see you guys have been chatting amongst yourselves here. This traveler from Central Florida, and cool, everybody. Well, I'm in Canada, and we're getting apparently great bandwidth here from Rogers. And hello, Robert. Glad you were able to go to Vancouver too. Hello, Robert from CT. What is a Blue Range? Well, Blue Range are these trustworthy folks that I have here on the chat who can, you know, moderate. That's the word. The word. So thank you, Gary May and Katerina from Colorado. Well, and before you ask, no, we are not drinking IPAs today. We're having some California Brut because that's how we roll, and it is delicious. I do have an IPA from Oregon in there, but maybe I'll save that for later, or maybe I'll buy um, a Canadian IPA, a British Columbia IPA. And we have a lot of plans for today after the chat and tomorrow. And I was about to say there were no bugs here in Canada, but yeah, we just have a fly flying around. Um, what was I gonna say? Tomorrow, full pack day. We've been thinking of going all the way to Whistler, but we'll take it one kilometer at a time, and we'll make the most of our day. We have one full day tomorrow. That's all we have here in in Canada. And the bike, boats, and bivouacs. Hello there, Scott. A long time, I think. Hello, how's Iliana and Mom? Mom Ili is here next to me, drinking some champagne together with me. And Mom is back in Miami watching the live stream. Hi, Maddie the Explorer. You should get a coffee crisp candy bar in Canada. Maybe I will. And we have Sander from Netherlands in the house. Hello, Netherlands. Maybe 2021 we'll visit the Netherlands. And from Bend, Oregon, Jeff Lawrence. Unfortunately, Bend, Oregon is one of those places that not this trip, unfortunately. Hello from Minnesota. Do you know where you are staying in Hershey? Yes, I do. Let's get in touch later. But yeah, definitely, I'm going to Hershey, and we're gonna do a meetup, of course, on Thursday at the Thursday. I forgot the exact date at the Troix Brewery, but yeah. Kerry Cutter, I'm watching from Melbourne, Australia. All right, we were just talking about Australia. One of these days, I'm gonna make the jump down under. I'm coming to Vancouver in October. I've been watching your videos for about a year. Oh, thank you so much. And I've never been to Vancouver. Actually, this is actually that's why we're celebrating with champagne. This is actually the first time we've crossed over with towing the trailer or driving, for that matter. And Papa Drew, how was crossing the border? For the most part, it was fine. It took about 10 minutes. He asked a bunch of questions about what we did for a living and what we were doing in Canada, for how long we were staying. It was kind of befuddled that we were just going in and out, just 2 nights. And then he asked what I did for a living, if I was retired, and I said that I was a YouTuber, basically a video producer. And I guess that, well, my neighbor's hose just fell off. And never mind. But that was it. I mean, it was fine. Nice guy doing his job. Those people do not have a sense of humor, so I did not try to make any jokes. This traveler, hello, Lucky Dog. Glad to see you're still wagging your tail. When is the RV show? Well, the RV show is in September 11th through the 15th, I think. Hershey, Pennsylvania. They claim to be the largest RV show in the nation. So that's where I'm going. That's in fact when we return back to the United States on Saturday, kind of officially begins the road trip towards Pennsylvania. Hey CLT, Pelican Heads. Hi, good man, long time no see. Hi, I am from Saudi Arabia. Hello there, and greetings from the great land of Canada. Looking forward to your videos in Washington. I'm really looking forward to editing all this stuff. It's gonna be a while, of course. As soon as I get back to Miami, I'm gonna have a lot more time to work on that, and my goal is to be able to edit 2 per week. Although most likely I will be publishing 1 per week. You know, so to have some backlog, some, you know, but you're gonna get at least half an hour per week as soon as I get back to Miami. And the next video is gonna be Fort Wilderness in Disney World, and that one's gonna be nice. Hi Roberto Foradino. Oh, my eyesight, you know, it's kind of bright out here. From Cinco Terre Island, Virginia. I would love to go there. Get free medical while you're there. I don't know. I'm feeling great. Told them to let you across the border. Oh, thank you so much. I'm sure there was a reason why they let me off the hook. Hi from Spokane, Washington, where I might pass close by. And Randy Love, what do you do for a living? Yeah, right. Welcome to British Columbia. I live in Kelowna, BC. And thank you. So far, beautiful weather here. Actually, the sun is kind of trying to peek out from the clouds, and very much, very soon. As soon as we finish the stream, we're going to go somewhere in Vancouver. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Unfortunately, there's no Uber here, I don't think. So we're gonna have to drive. Nelson Navarro, what does Minitini weigh? Well, it's 3,000 dry. I've never actually weighed it fully loaded. Probably 4,000 fully loaded. Maybe even a little more when it's full of water. So, do you need a passport to cross to Canada, Bob Smith? Yes, although I do believe if you have something called an enhanced driver's license, they let you in as well. But more importantly, they let you back into the United States. Road trip buddy. Hey buddy, Kira Krem, enjoy your videos. Hello from the South Atlanta area. You mind telling me what vehicle you're towing with now? Well, this is let me show you. Actually, I can show you right there. We have a Chevy Colorado. It is the gas engine version. It's the V6 3.6 liter. And it does great. It tows, I do believe it's rated for 7,200 pounds, so it's more than enough to tow Minitini. How are the drivers over there, Papa Drew? Are about the same here? No, the drivers so far everybody has been very courteous on the road. Hope you had a great rest of your day in Victoria. Did you make it to Chinatown? Yes, I did actually. I made it to Chinatown, and I actually took the water taxi back to the hotel. So, yeah. By the way, thank you so much. Kevin Bentley, hello from Kansas City on the Kansas side. Are you driving that far south in Kansas? When you return, I promise no snow this time of the year. I don't know if my time is going to be very limited driving east. So I do intend to go into Kansas and at least do something in Kansas, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. Paulie P, hello. Ernesto Velez, hola. I'm Frank Logrande. Looks like you have lost some weight. Good for you. Thank you. Wayne Carson, my wife wants to meet your wife. All right. Where do you live? Maybe my wife can meet your wife. And Richard Talarico, hey from North Georgia. North Georgia, one of my favorite areas. And William Rizarri, hello there. Hello CLT again. Carlos Lima, just reassure my retirement plan. Greetings from San Antonio. Have you still got the Kia? Oh no, the Kia died, or they rather killed him last fall. So I have a Chevy Colorado now. The weather here is very nice. Camera Boucher, and right now it's probably 70 degrees. I don't know because gripe number 365 from the Colorado. Um, you know the speedometer, it doesn't show miles and kilometers like most speedometers do, like big miles and then kilometers. Little. If you want to see kilometers, you have to go into the settings and change the whole thing into metric. That's the only way. So now I've got my temperature in Celsius and everything. I think I still see gallons instead of liters, but yeah. Bill Utah, thank you so much for that super chat. Glad to see you still out there, safe and sound. Thank you so much, Bill Utah. And Scott Dimer from KC, which KC, that's Kansas City, which unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to make it this time. Hi Robert, thank you for the awesome videos from Nair. My son who has cerebral palsy always enjoys watching your videos. Do you plan on going across Canada and return to Florida from the eastern part of Canada? One of these days, but not this time around. I'm just heading right back to Seattle in a couple of days. Have high winds ever been a problem? Last winter, a little bit, but not really. When I was in around Amarillo, Texas, that flat area of northwestern Texas, northern Texas, it was windy, but I've got this Pro Pride hitch that is really rock solid. I mean, I haven't had any sway issues with the wind. Have you ever wanted something different than the Minitini? Yes, I want a Winnebago Trent. They're discontinued, but I want one. Check out camping at Lum Creek State Park just north of Columbus, Ohio. Great good meetup locations. Very likely this is going to be probably, but my trip is a little behind, so it most likely is going to be early September that I'm going to make it there. But yeah, hey Amaranto Cabrera, hi Robertico, I'm finally back at last. Busy. Can't wait for your return to go to Magic City. Miami awaits you, my friend. Yeah, as soon as I get back, I'm gonna get in touch with the guy from the band. Maybe we can do a couple of gigs there. Okay, Wily Coyote, going back to US at the border is a bit more difficult. Keep your receipts and declare what you buy and bring back from Canada. Sure, I will. Enhanced driver license, what is that? I have no idea, but that's what I've heard. CLT, how's Minitini holding up? Minitini holding up great, actually. Um, I was able to get 2 new tires. That my only issue is that bent axle, and I go through tires every 5,000 miles or so. But I was able to get a set of tires in Port Angeles, Washington, and I think those 2 are going to get me back home. Julie Christensen, I love Vancouver. Did you see the Bouchard Garden? Well, I just got here, really. I just crossed the border about an hour ago. There's a bee. There's a bee. And we have a bee. Am I in danger here of... Oh, he's down there doing bee things, going from flower to flower. As long as I don't smell like a flower, I think I should be fine. Hi Roberto Forandi, thank you so much for that super chat. By the way, beautiful RV park here. We have all these brother, I will arrive in Miami January 23rd to my road trip. Well, January 23rd, we'll probably be back. Although, no, January 23rd, we might be at the Tampa RV show, but we'll see. I haven't really made any reservations yet. Robert, how often do you stop when long drive? At least every 2 hours, but now that I have the new GoPro and the battery dies every hour and 15 minutes, so that's more or less my cue to take a break. So usually lately about once an hour I just take a break. Barbef, a quick hi from the forest, only for a few minutes, then I have to call in hours and get back to work. Glad to see your wife made it to spend more time with you. Yeah, it's been great. Yesterday we spent most of the day in Seattle. Definitely not enough time for Seattle, but we're going back the day after tomorrow, so we might enjoy a little more. What is the most from Chris Kaseski? What's the most popular beer in Canada? I don't know, but I'll let you know in a couple of days as soon as I find out. Craig Christensen, any problems with American money, or did you convert to Canadian money and dealings with Canadian gas stations? I haven't had to do any of that yet because, but I am just gonna go to an ATM and get, get $100 Canadian out just to have some money on me. And they have these $20 bills that are like plastic. It's kind of interesting. Did you ever get so sick that you stay in Mini all day? Not really. Haven't really. I've stayed in Minitini all day, but working, not really being sick. And okay, let me reset the chat here because I'm really behind on the chat. And if I skipped your message, I am terribly sorry. Just write it again. And Hanway Washer must maybe just go to Delaware State Park in Beer, Columbus, Ohio. Just saying, Alum Creek. So stay hydrated. Well, yes, I hear. Well, that's a nice RV Overlander. Anyways, I hear Champagne is mostly water, so. And we have Gina Mwanjip from Thailand. Hello there. Are you ever coming to Myrtle Beach? Yes. I'll take a minute to live like this chat. What is the range on your drone? I haven't tried the full range. I know it's several miles. By law, I'm supposed to keep eye of sight. I have to be able to see it. But I've flown it about a mile away. So yeah. How many miles do you have on the truck now? It's I think 26 or 27, and by the time I get back to Miami, it's gonna be over 30 for sure. But when I switch the speedometer to kilometers, it says now that I have like 45,000 kilometers. So yeah. As a suggestion for the Vancouver area, maybe check out the Capilano Suspension Bridge. It's really cool experience. Yeah, we have it. We have it on the list of things to do. Thank you. And where's you go today? I don't know yet, but as soon as we finish the chat, I'm having a Cuban coffee and then we're going out. Does your lovely wife ever drive the rig? Well, if you've seen my intro, she drove it in that wonderful shot of of us going over the bridge. That's her driving, and she'll drive it, but she prefers not to. Current the traveler travels. How many days have you been on the road this year? Oh man, well this current trip has been 2 months, and then in January I was almost 2 months on the road, so 4 months, about a third of this year I've been on the road. And we're halfway through the year, so most of this year I've been on the road, but the second half of the year I'm not gonna be traveling nearly as much. So yeah. STST, so happy to see that you're enjoying your time with your better half. We leave for our NC home the 18th. After we return, dinner, diviértanse. Certainly. Wayne Carson, thank you for all the videos. My wife got jealous, so she is watching too. Oh, cool. Say hello. Will you visit a family in Atlanta on the way home? Very likely. What is the longest time you have taken showering? I don't know. The questions that I get. Ruth Lewis, if you had to pick one place to retire, where would it be? I don't really plan on ever retiring, but probably somewhere in Georgia, northern Georgia, perhaps, maybe. Have you got a drone pilot license? Yes, sir, I do. Wandering Travels. Oh, the bee. Oh. The bee is here. Bye, bee. But no, you don't like champagne, bee. Go away. You want to see something funny? There's a bee right here. Bee. And she's gone. And he's gone. The bee's gone. Baby, you can come back. The bee's gone. The bee is under the table. Maybe the bee likes champagne, huh? Maybe I should drink all my champagne. Mario here, Heidi. Hey, it was great to meet you guys in Petaluma. On our way to Washington, with behind currently Highway 20, passing Lake Mendocino and Clear Lake. Oh, so you're going inland. You're going through the 101. Central Washington State is the hop capital of the world. We have hundreds of wineries and microbrewers. I know, I wanted to go to Portland just because of that, but there'll be other times. Well, thank you so much, me of Jack. Thank you for being a long time viewer. And Jason Angelotti, 75 cents for Canadians. So if you venture off to Canada, well, I'm here, so I'll let you know next week how my dollars, how much cheaper everything was, right? Carlos Lima, I will sign up to Patreon for first time and well deserved it. Robert, thanks for your excellent footage. No, thank you for doing the Patreon, and really appreciate it. We already have over 100 members there, and it's a great community. Are you ever gonna come to Long Island, New York? Most likely. I really do want to go, but we'll see. Hello, North End Collective and Jason and Miguel Chavez. How old is the RV Minitin? Is almost 5 years old. And Stephen Fisher, do you have your route back east planned? Yes, sir, I do, and I plan to do at least one thing in every state that I haven't been to. And Sandra Smith, hey Robert from Alabama, always enjoy your videos and live chats. Going to Alabama soon too. We're going to a rally, the Minis on the Mountain. Tuscumbia, Alabama, hello there, and you need to visit Gastown in Vancouver. Gastown, do we have that on the map? Gastown. I don't know, we have a lot of stuff on the map already. I don't know if we're gonna have time to do. I mean, we left half of the stuff in Seattle for when we return. Thank you, Traveling Elk, Dwayne Casada, hello from Arkansas. And can you go very super fast on the RV? 65 miles per hour is my top speed. Will you go to Toronto eventually? We were in Toronto in 2013, not with the RV though. The bee just wants to be YouTube famous. I think the bee was already YouTube famous. I'm gonna reset the chat, guys, because it's it's very hard to read every single message. Jennifer Dahl, my first video saw of yours was when you were in Oklahoma. I used to live there near Tinker Air Force Base. Can't wait for you to be back there. Such wonderful places. Oh, so you're a relatively new viewer. Well, thank you so much for being here in Oklahoma. Definitely left me wanting to stay there a couple more days for sure. And Simon from the UK, Paul Falsey. Hello there, RV Caravan with us. Paul Antina. And Barry Alderman, retired in Northern Georgia. Let's meet for barbecue ribs in Colonel Pools. Yeah, Ellie J, definitely. Ellie J, very cool town. CLT, by the way, congratulations on the write-up on Patreon. Well deserved. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised to be on the same page as the Vagabonds and Way Away, and the other two, which name escapes me right now. Yeah. Are you ever going to Hawaii? When they build a bridge from San Francisco to Hawaii? No, I'm just kidding. You know, I will. I'll go to Hawaii at some point. Thank you so much, Gina Giometti. Watching your videos are a lot of great campsites, vineyards, great IPA to enjoy. Where? Oh yeah, definitely everywhere. Northern Collective, greens from California. Sorry for our high gas prices. Well, you know, it is what it is, right? I tried to fill up as much as I could in Nevada before I got there, and then yeah, it was Nevada both times. So yeah. Will you go to Banff and Jasper? Not this trip. Only Whistler, I think. Hello, New Jersey. Eduardo Chavez. Uh, hey, John Shocker from Waterbury. How are ya? And Jason Angelucci just came back from Canada. Barry Edelman. Hey, Robert, meet. Let's meet for barbecue at Colonel Pools in LEJ, Georgia. Definitely. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to LEJ on this trip, but if I decide to go the Appalachian route, maybe. If I decide to do I-95, yeah, it depends. Plans from Vancouver, from Janheim Lozano, lots, but I don't remember right now. I have a bunch of stars on my map, and we're just gonna go explore like we usually do. So yeah. Hi, Bernadette Brown from New Zealand. One of these days, I'm gonna go to New Zealand, definitely. But I gotta give it some time because a lot of RVing YouTubers have been in New Zealand lately. So I think the market is saturated. But I'll go back at some point, definitely. And Ili Susprang says hi. Jennifer Dahl, I did something similar to what you're doing, except we traveled by SUV. I was married to a poker player, and I hope he was a winning one. And 2 years got to go to all the states except 6. Really enjoyed being on the road. Yeah, nothing like the road. Simon Knight, hi Robert, are you coming to the UK again? Yes, definitely. I don't know when, probably 2021, but I don't know when yet. What's that, Robert? Whiskey? No, this is actually it's running out. It's some. If it runs out, I'll crack open an Oregon IPA that I have there saved for a special occasion. William Irizarry, hello there. Un saludo a mi esposa Kitty. Hey Kitty. B. Zing, Barbara, from your hometown. Yeah, we're as far away as we can get. Actually, we already went beyond the United States. We're in Canada, so yeah. 223 views. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we have quite a good turnout today. Thank you everybody for being here. And Kid Krem, hey Robert, did you ever go to Macon, Georgia? Yes, I did. I awesome Greek restaurant called I don't think we went to the Greek restaurant. We're gonna go to like this soul food place, but it was like only lunch. It was like one of these very famous places. But I really liked Macon. It has that old South look, like antebellum. Randy Love. No, that's what are you coming to Australia someday? From Matt A. Definitely. Australia is one of those things, but I want to do it. I want to like do it for at least a month, and I would love to rent me like similar to what I rented in Finland, like what we would call a C, and do most of the continent. I know the distances are very long, but I would just love to drive the whole Australian continent. Maybe start in Sydney, do the East Coast a little bit north. That's like the corridor that most people do. But then go into Canberra and Melbourne, and then go up to Alice Springs and Uluru, and then go west all the way to Perth, and north all the way to Darwin. And one of these days. The traveling elk. Ooh, there was a bug that boom just didn't have its radar on, I guess. Thank you so much. The traveling elk had to super chat US dollars. Hope it's okay. Travel safe, my friend. Yeah, US dollars are cool. Although you can super chat. I don't know how many different currencies they have nowadays. Robert, travel to Mexico with your RV, definitely. That's the next international border we're gonna cross. Actually, I'm gonna cross the Canadian border one more time while on this trip. and maybe next year we can do Baja. That would be cool. We're gonna start easy. We're gonna do Baja, and then we're gonna do the rest of Mexico. Right? Another. Brandon Starker, congrats on being 5 on Patreon content creators. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was a pleasant surprise. It feels very honored to have made it to their list, to be in their radar. With so many people using Patreon these days, it's really cool that. And Evelina Barry, make sure to say let Ileana know she looked really pretty in the Seattle selfie you posted. Thank you. None needed. Hello, Robert and CLT. Okay. Okay, you're talking about yours. Oh, Eduardo retracted his message. Okay. How is all three boosters? This is John Chucker from Waterbury, Connecticut, wondering how everything is running. Actually, I'm using 99% of the time. I'm using that new Togo device that I bought, the Winegard antenna. It's called Road Link by Togo, and for $360 a year, you get unlimited AT&T. Of course, it doesn't work here in Canada, but in the U.S., when it works, being the key word, it works great. It's like being at home. I don't even think that I need the internet. It's just there. It's like being at home. All right, I'm gonna go real quick here. Any plans for a Florida rally this December? If there is one, yes. I not rally, but we can do a meetup. Definitely, I'm gonna be in Florida in December, and there's a helicopter flying by. I think they're looking for me. And there's a blackbird. No pelicans up. I haven't seen a pelican here. If you fly to Perth, you can get at the RV cheap, so bring it back to Sydney. They have a pile up there. Oh, really? Thank you so much. That's a good idea. Moderator, please remove Eduardo Chavez. Yeah, I've been ignoring him. Uh, Dusty, you look great, Robert, and thank you for your videos. They are brilliantly done. No, thank you so much. This traveler, Eduardo, was banned, basically. Cool. Yeah, we don't need trolls here, even if they're funny sometimes. Actually, we've had some funny trolls here in this chat. People who ask me some weird questions, and sometimes I don't read ahead, I just read the question. But they're still trolls, right? What are your plans for Hershey? Well, Hershey, I'm gonna go to the RV show, and this is the thing with RV shows. And the tip, very big tip for you guys with RV shows: get there early, first thing in the morning when they first open up. See whatever you want, and by noon you should be out of there. Because then by noon, everybody's negotiating. Everybody's there. It's impossible to see anything after noon, basically. So I'm gonna be there pretty much every day. I still don't know about the weekend. I reserved the weekend, but I still don't know if I'm gonna stay there for the weekend because it's even more crowded. But my plan is to see, do like 3 or 4 days and dedicate one day like to trailers, one day to class A's, one day maybe we can do B and C's in one day, and then fifth wheels or what have you. And then when it starts getting crowded around noon, 1 p.m., get out of there. One day I'll go to Lancaster, one day I'll go to Centralia, one day I'll go to the capital. What's the capital? What's the capital of not Harper's Ferry? Where Lincoln did the... No. Is that it? Anyway, the capital of Pennsylvania is right next to Hershey. My memory sometimes when I drink a glass of wine. We got your back on the trolls. Thank you so much, CLT. The moderators are on their A game. Yeah. Robert, drive to Ontario, Canada. Actually, I was driving on the Trans-Canada today on the one, and I was really thinking, wouldn't it be cool to drive all this to Prince Edward Island on the east? Many years ago, Harrisburg. Thank you very much. Pennsylvania capital is Harrisburg. I'll never forget it now. Robert, come to Ontario, California. No, I just came from there. By the way, this is really good, the California Brut. We're gonna have to buy more. But you know what they have here that they don't have in the United States? Cuban rum. No embargo here. You can get Cuban stuff. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. That's the other place I was thinking, not Harrisburg, but Gettysburg. That's where the Gettysburg Address, Lincoln. Yeah, I want to go to Gettysburg as well. Irma Aguayo, Cuban rum, yummy. Yes, yes, Cuban rum is pretty good, and it's even better because it tastes even better because you cannot get it in the United States. Bring back cigars. I don't know. I have to find out exactly what you can bring back. Cigars, maybe not, but if I can bring back a nice bottle of Habana Club Añejo, I might. Is your truck diesel? No, the truck is gas, 3.6 liter V6. Natalie Aponte, Bacardi is Cuban rum. Well, it was originally, but nowadays it's made in Puerto Rico. So, but originally Bacardi was Cuban. Yes, absolutely. What is your favorite place you ever visited? Oh man, it depends if it's you talking nature, you're talking city, you talking. There's so many places I cannot have. I don't have one single favorite place. It's impossible. When are you going to visit the Grand Canyon on RV? Well, if you stick around watching my videos, I did. I already did. I just haven't published that video yet. But I did visit the North Rim of the Grand Canyon, which is a different experience than the South Rim, from the South Rim, but it's very nice. It's greener for some reason. And some RVs coming. We're gonna have a neighbor right here very soon. I bet you this place is gonna get packed this weekend. Jorge Massa, nice weather there in Miami. We rain, and I know it's August in Miami, and I hear this has been an unusually wet August because usually we get that 4 p.m., 3 p.m. thunderstorm. But it's really like raining every single day, hasn't it? I'll try one more time. Okay, third time's the charm, man. Truman and Co. This jet is going so fast. Any plans for a meetup while you are in the Pacific Northwest? Time is very limited. Probably not. I don't think we're gonna have time to do a meetup. I'm really sorry, and yeah, no, it's not like that because I'm leaving the Pacific Northwest very soon. As soon as Ely flies home and leaving Seattle, well, I'm gonna go down, see the three big mountains: Rainier, Mount St. Helen, and Mount Hood, and then go east. I'm gonna visit a friend in Walla Walla, and 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 then it's pretty much a beeline east, visiting certain places of interest. But yeah, we're if you want, you can go to Montreal, Canada, but that's all the way on the other side of where you are. Well, yes, um, not this trip. I was thinking about it, but I'm not gonna have time. I don't know if you have the time on this trip. Hike Joffrey Lake, access to between Whistler and the town of Pemberton. We're thinking of going to Whistler, but we'll see. Hi Ripper, thank you so much for that super chat. Right, Robert, how are you? How was Humboldt County and Oregon? And I live in McKinleyville, California. Humboldt was absolutely amazing. I mean, I had heard of the sequoia trees, of the redwoods, and the size, and you see it on videos, and you don't think you're gonna be impressed until you're standing there in the middle of that forest and you look up and they go on forever, and it's really quite an experience. I do recommend, and I'm not a forest person by any means. I'm more of a mountain, open spaces person, but definitely. Any plans for a Class B Plus from Andrew Monica? Yes, the Winnebago Trend. If anybody knows of anybody selling a used one, a late model in good condition, it has to be late model because in 2016, I believe, is when they started putting the Truma AquaGo water heater. So one with the Truma AquaGo water heater comfort system, and we'll be searching. But I'm narrowing it down to that one. Have you thought of driving up to Alaska? Yeah, Alaska 2020. Yeah, that's the plan, but we'll see. Might be a good opportunity. No, right now it's actually Jason. Right now it's too late in the season to go to Alaska. CITAP1 just missed you up here last weekend for CamperCon. I'm heading to Hood River. I wanted to go to CamperCon, and I even emailed Justin asking him if they would, if he was allowed to go with a travel trailer and not a van. But then he never answered. And then second, uh, I was just late in my schedule. I would have had to skip too many things to make it there. So no. Uh, Fesum Bakam has been a while since I live chat. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. When will you be in Michigan? Probably late August. How many miles in the Colorado? 27,000. And thank you so much, Michael K, for that super chat. Michigan is waiting. Yes, I can't wait to go too. Um, Lucky Dog Robert just got a Rode Wireless, very cool mic for my Osmo Pockets. If I'm gonna be using the GoPro Hero 7, which I really like in many ways, I'm gonna need to get some kind of mic. But I just don't wanna. It's one of those things that sometimes I just wanna pull out my camera and film, and the Sony X3000 gets me 80% of the way there. So that's what I'm gonna keep using for now. I like to keep it simple, make it sound and look as good as possible, but simple. And I don't want to be carrying an extra wireless mic that I have to remember to turn on. And it's like it kind of, in my case, my style of doing videos. It takes away from the spontaneity of the moment. And at some point I'm gonna have to do that, but I think our neighbor has arrived. Maybe not. Okay, let me reset the chat here. How do you fund these trips? Well, YouTube sends me a decent check every month because all you watch. Otherwise, I wouldn't get a check. But yeah, I said a check, but it's a transfer. Nowadays there's no paper involved. The Amazon. I'm on Amazon Prime, by the way. If you want to watch some of the videos there, I'm gonna start uploading a little more. And you know, it all adds up. That's how I'm making money. Basically, it's taken a long time, but I'm finally kind of breaking even, which is quite nice actually. Yeah, our RV is right next to this path there where people. I thought it was gonna be a good idea to not to have neighbors on that side, but we have everybody walking by. It's all good. All right, it looks like you're living the dream, and I'd like to think so. I think I consider myself very lucky to have been able to accomplish this. To and it's not me, it's you guys. If none of you watched, I mean, and we would be making a video every 3 or 4 months of our vacations. Okay, Lance Brown. Hello, Robert. Just get into the chat. How are you now? Where are you now? Well, we are in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. We just crossed the border about 2 hours ago, and it's 4:26 here on the West Coast. And I think we're gonna start wrapping it up because, to be honest, I'm hungry. We kind of skipped lunch, so and we would like to. We still have about 4 hours of daylight, so we want to enjoy as much as possible. 261 viewers like this stream. Help Robert out. Yes, 200 and I read 256, but yes, it's one of the better ones actually. We are totally out of. I'll be right back. I have a special surprise for you guys. Oh, I thought you wanted some of these too. All right. Fresh off my absorption refrigerator, here we have some Silver City Brewery Triple Haze India Pale Ale from Bremerton, Washington. I could have sworn it was from Oregon. I guess it is from Washington. You know, you lose track after so many states. And this one is for Illy. She's off camera here. She's my technical director here on the stream. And this one is for me, and this is kind of a hazy IPA. And I'm starting to like these hazy IPAs. They, you know, it's not a clear liquid. So, anyways, cheers, salud. Love the palm tree on that can. Yeah, I wonder. That's really interesting because being from Washington, wouldn't it have? I forget the name of these trees that they have here, but yeah, it's totally different flora. Look at that. Look at those trees. That we're not in Florida anymore. Look at that. Conifers, right? I think that's what they're called. Oh, Carl Ruth Peck and wife, the Lost RVers. Thank you so much for that super chat. So great to meet you. A couple of weeks ago back in Petaluma, California, man, I really hope that we get to meet each other again, that our paths cross again on the road. Thank you so much for that super chat. Oh man, ooh, this chat is going fast. Where are you heading next? Hello from Toronto, Canada. Well, this is the northernmost point of our trip here, Vancouver. We're gonna head back to Seattle, and then I'm starting to work my way east. You know, zigzagging through the country, hitting as many states as possible. Thank you so much, the Lost RVers. He's on Instagram too, by the way. And if you want to see some behind the scenes footage of the Petaluma meetup, I think the Lost RVers, he has a video out there. Brandon Stargell, I saw a brand new 1706 FB Micro Mini yesterday when I picked up my RV from the shop. Made me think of you, Robert. Yeah, they've souped them up a little bit. The newer ones are a little heavier, taller. Why, you know, they've. Although I like the uniqueness of this one. It's a narrow body. It's. I don't like the fact that it's a little too low to the ground, but you know. Have you seen any monkey puzzle trees yet? I have no idea what that is, but nope, no, I haven't seen any. This traveler, funny, I had seen a Micro Mini on the road as well, but I know that it wasn't Robert. Well, there are many of them, and I'm sure I sold at least 5. And Bernadette Brown having a Monteith's IPA, and Red Jaguar is here. Did I miss him? Did I miss Red Jaguar? By the way, my phone is heating up. I might overheat at some point here real soon. Like Camo Dave says, I don't know, man. It's how much is the RV park you're staying at? Well, for a city RV park, it's not bad. It's like $60 a night, give or take. It's a city RV park. They're usually a little expensive, and it's for being a city RV park. It is actually pretty nice, pretty nice. I mean, we're packed in pretty tight in here, but not bad. The Micro Mini is on my list along with a few others. I really like the idea of having a tandem axles. Yeah, it tows great, man. And Willie Park, I am at 2012 with your videos and catching up. Keep up the great work on this video. Oh, 2012, oh, you got a long way to go. You got about 400 videos to 500 videos to go. So, but 2012 was more or less the time when I really started getting serious about this. Like this is, thinking this is what I want to do in the future, and the future came, and it's awesome. Have you ever stayed at the Pisgah Campground on the Blue Ridge Parkway? I've seen it. Never stayed there. I intend to, at some point. Actually, in fact, if I go back through Appalachia, which I might, if I decide I want to take an extra day or two, that's one of the places on the list. If Robert retires Mini Teeny, I might paint it red. Oh, this Traveler, you think? I don't know if it would look good red, but well, I guess anything is better than gray, right? It's any color, right? From Kansas City, hello, Kevin. Kevin, are you coming through the area? Or I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to Kansas City. I would love to, but it's a little out of the way of my intended path, which I've made this very scientifically, not scientifically, but kind of efficient way of hitting like that. It's pretty much like 12 states on my way east, and as part of that, pretty much, let's face it, Idaho, Nebraska, Kansas, and North Dakota are gonna get the short end of that stick. I'm just probably gonna do like one overnight and continue because I have less than a month to do this trek. And I do want to see Yellowstone and Tetons. So Wyoming is gonna get probably the longest end of that stick because I'm gonna do Tetons, Yellowstone, and Devil's Tower. And maybe I'll get a close encounter, huh? Robert, what kind of maintenance have you been doing to your roof? It seems that so many campers have liquor problems. Well, I might have liquor problems, but not leak problems. No, I really haven't done much maintenance to my roof, to be honest. It's been 5 years. It's holding up. Robert and the close encounter. Huh? I'm thinking, if you see me going through a bowl of mashed potatoes and starting to shape it into the Devil's Tower, is that another bee? Or it's the same bee? The bee is back, guys, and he's hovering around the empty wine bottle. Check it out. We have a bee. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna cut the chat short because if the bee likes beer, I'll be in real trouble. Woo! And the bee is flying around me like the drone on spotlight mode. I'm watching your Gatlinburg Smoky Mountains video. Hello there, that beer looks refreshing. Yes, it is. All right, everybody, build a mashed potato and put my sticker on the mountain. I do have an extra sticker from you, don't I? Red Jaguar? No, JB Red. My phone is hitting up, and when the phone hits up, it like the brightness goes down. It's something Weird. I guess it does it to protect yourself. So I can barely see the screen right now. Adios, Robert. Free my RV, brother. All right, everybody. I'm gonna start wrapping this up. Maybe I can bring the guitar. You know, there's this guy at the RV show. The RV show. What's wrong with me? At the meetup in Petaluma, he gave me a guitar, but um, I have it in there. I have it in one of the upper cupboards, and it's very hard to get. So I'm not gonna get it today, but next week, for sure. Hey Remy Love, saludos a Eliana. I will. She just went inside the RV because she's afraid of the bee, I guess. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. In fact, let me show you around a little bit before we go. Maybe I can do this without. Because it is a pretty nice RV park. And if you don't mind being in a little bit of close quarters, this is it here in Vancouver, and it's the one closest to downtown Vancouver. So I'm tired. I've been driving most of the day, believe it or not, because it is a 3-hour drive. But somehow when you're driving with the RV, everything takes longer. And this one definitely took longer than expected. So everybody have a great evening, all 247 of you. And until next time, riding in my RV, wherever I wanna be, in Canada. Cause I'm free in my RV. See you all next Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday and happy travels to you all. See you on the road.